Hi, kids!
Roar. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. I'm not even sure how to start this one. No, there. So, bit of background, not on the movie, on how he came to find out about this movie. Uh, we have some friends. Hi. Hi, Rob. Hi, Shauna. And I couldn't remember why we were talking about it, but they got on the topic of Roar. This movie that came out in the 1980s. I think her name was Tippi Hedren?
Yeah,
Tippi Hedren? From The Birds. So I think we were talking about Hitchcock.
probably.
Yeah, but either way,
Movies in general.
yeah. So Tippi Hedren's in this movie alongside her husband and Melanie Griffith,
Who's their daughter?
who is their daughter, yeah, of course. And this is this has been called the most dangerous movie ever filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say if you start watching it, you will not be prepared.
I don't think there's adequate words to prepare you for like what you're about to witness. And it's not like, okay, it's not like it's not like a Faces of Death type thing where you see people dying and all that. It's not like that. It's just very, very uncomfortable.
Right.
It's,
Is there anything we can mention about without spoiling it if anybody were to check it out?
okay, so the movie kind of has a plot. Kind of. I'm pretty sure there was a script. Maybe.
But when you watch it, it feels like there wasn't.
Yeah, it definitely
It feels
feels like
very
there wasn't.
improv.
So let's talk about what makes this movie so dangerous.
Why is it called Roar?
Why is it called Roar? Yes. So, Tippi Hedren and her husband were big conservationists. Really, really cared about wildlife in general, which is fine. It was cool. Except for the fact that the wildlife that they cared for were lions, tigers, panthers, leopards, cheetahs, those type of
The big
things.
cats.
The large cats. And on their own property, and this is in Los Angeles, they harbored several lion cubs to the point where when the state got wind of what was going on, they definitely put the kibosh on that and said, no, you can't have actual lions on your property.
Right.
Go figure, right?
Yeah.
And so they forced them to basically make a sanctuary for them. By the way, this movie cost $11 million.
And how many years did it take?
I think it took like
10 years to
10
make?
years, something like that. But the movie cost $11 million. And this is in the 1980s, so that's quite a bit of scratch.
It came out in 1981.
Yeah.
So if it took them 10 years to make, they started it in 1971.
Yeah, so adjusted for inflation, $11 million is quite a bit of
So no
scratch
wonder
today.
why it did seem like it was in the 70s, because it was probably filmed in the 70s.
No, it was recorded in the 80s, but I think it just took that long to do it
Yeah.
because of certain things happening, like
Because
with
people are healing from gangrene.
yes, that's what we're getting to that. Yes. So, to make a long story short, they're working with actual lions in the movie, and these are not movie-trained entertainment lions. These are live lion cubs that they were raised with, and all of this other stuff.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. This sounds crazier and like I'm trying to explain it and I
Right.
can't because it's so insane. That's like I can't get the words out.
Right.
So what is Roar about? Well, Roar tells the story of this family that is traveling to Africa. Of course, in the movie, it's not actually Africa. Can I get a swig of that? Need something harder.
The funny thing is that we don't remember anybody's name except for Togar.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yes. So this family is going to Africa to reunite with the patriarch of this family, who lives in
Lion infested.
a lion-infested house.
There's no other way to put it.
But he's like this conservationist guy, because that's the whole movie was to preach a message of conservationist. I think it does
I don't.
the opposite.
I agree.
But yeah, so the father is pulled away on business to go do something. I don't even remember what. I think he's like a doctor. I think.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And the family arrives at this lion-infested house. And when I say lion-infested, I don't mean like there's just a couple. No, there's lions in every corner.
Right. Well, before the family arrives, there's some people who are trying to stop him from doing this that come to talk to him about it. And that's when the real stuff starts to happen.
Yeah, so this movie, several people were massively injured. Melanie Griffith almost had to have reconstructive plastic surgery because of the injury she suffered on this film. I think Tippi Hedren got gangrene.
Let's not talk about the therapy they probably had to have.
I would never want to see a
Have to
cat
have
again
therapy
after
after
that.
watching the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, so just some broken bones and whatnot. That's to be expected, but you gotta understand, there's no stunt people on this movie.
Right.
There's no exact crew. The crew the one guy got like physically mauled, and like it's sad because he has his whole head wrapped up in like, it's like a cartoon character almost, when they have the head all bandaged up and all that, and you can only see the one eye, like it's that bad.
He got mauled in the water.
And these are real injuries, okay? These are not like, oh, it's fake blood or whatever. Like in one scene, like he's bandaging the patriarch character is bandaging his hand, and the cats are tugging the bandage away from
And
him.
biting his hand, and he's like, "Oh no, don't
He's
do
like,
that."
ow, let that go. Don't do that. And
And all the time just trying to have a calm conversation with these wild animals while he's getting attacked.
Meanwhile, he's telling his friend that the animals are not like, oh, they're, you got to get rough with them. Oh, you just gotta like.
Just,
There's so much gaslighting.
right. He invites his friend in the house, and they have to stand against the door, let the lion stand up, and paw and claw at them.
And again, these are lions, not like little kitty cats.
They're huge.
They're huge. Like you can't comprehend the actual size of a lion until you see it in comparison with a human. Mm-hmm. And there's no better juxtaposition of that is when there's a lion who's like pinning down Melanie Griffith and basically just like holding her down with one arm. And its arm is basically the length of her body. Mm-hmm. And this is a 20-year-old woman who's probably like, I don't know how tall Melanie Griffith is, but like, generally speaking, women can range anywhere from like, on the medium size to like 5'5" to like maybe 5'7". So this is a lioness, and her arm is the length of her body, and she's just pinning her down. Her paw is about the size of her head. And I'm watching this, and I feel very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I'm rambling, but like there's no other way to talk about this movie without rambling.
I felt very uncomfortable with that. The lion kept coming around. He was like covered in blood, and I'm sure it was real blood from attacking animals and other lions.
Yeah.
It was probably his own blood plus from kills.
Yeah, so there's these two lions. I can't remember the name of the main lion. We'll just call him Mufasa, because why not? But Mufasa and Togar are like kind of in this...
Togar's the bloody lion.
Yeah, Togar's the bloody lion. Dude looks he looks like he'd been through it. His like his mane is like all shambled and whatnot. Like he's that guy who you see in a bar who's got the cauliflower ear and like, you know, the battered face, but you know he's like he's a tough guy. If you mess with him, like you can punch him in the face, it's not gonna do anything because it's already messed up. Like he's that guy. He's the big dumb muscle. And him and the Mufasa lion are like in this rivalry, and this moron, this absolute moron, constantly tries to break them up from fighting. At one point, he like flicks a bush at it, like flicks a
tree branch,
at him, because he's like, no, you gotta stop them, and he just runs out there with his arms stretched wide, screaming.
Right in between the two lions fighting.
And again, these are two lions fighting. They're not like, you know, roaring at each other. They're actually like
going
swiping, and he's getting in the middle of it.
And then he hides behind the branch, flicks it at them. Oh no, I better get out of the way.
There's so much insanity in this movie that, and again, people got genuinely hurt. There's a scene with an elephant that, like, if you watch it, your cheeks are clenched the entire time.
I was surprised how violent the elephant was.
Yeah.
Because I always imagine elephants as very gentle creatures, but this elephant wasn't having it.
No, elephants are pretty...
The elephant was very angry.
Elephants are pretty hostile to things. They're docile around each other, but around
picking up things and throwing it at people, right?
Yeah. And he like lifted up Tippi Hedren, and like I think he like dropped her at one point or something. But either way, she broke something. She broke an arm. Somebody broke something.
Right.
There's a lot of just insane choices. The characters, if you want to call them characters.
The wife.
Yep.
And then there's two boys. They're probably adult boys. And the daughter.
Melanie Griffith.
And these guys were absolute morons.
Oh yeah, hiding in the most inconvenient places.
They're hiding. They're like trying to. The whole house is made out of like wood and wicker windows. Like, oh, we better lock the windows. There's lions, and they don't seem very surprised when they get there. They're like a little surprised. Oh wow, there's lions everywhere, but the acting, like they're just kind of like, oh wow, there's lions. We better close the windows.
Yeah, the facial expressions are good, but the inflections to it. At one point, one character says, "Oh no," and it's the kind of "oh no" you would like make.
Lost it.
Yeah. No, because it's the kind of like inflection you would make if you like were reaching in a bag of like blind Doritos and pulled one out and realized that was your last one. You'd be like, oh no. You know, you open the fridge looking for like Hot Pockets or like Tostinos and pizza rolls or something. You see there's none, and you're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like that was
his reaction to a lion coming after him, and then he kind of smiled and got into like, was it refrigerator? I think he got into a refrigerator.
I think it was Melanie Griffith in the refrigerator.
No, it was him. I remember.
One of them. Either way,
he got to a refrigerator and he kind of smiled as he got in.
They all get stuck because like the door is here and they're in like a cabinet or a locker or whatever, and it always tips over, so they can't open the door to get out because the lions are just pawing at everything. And at one point, one of them like decides to hide in a barrel of water.
Yeah, up on the roof. And he has to go underwater several times while the lions are just like drinking the water and drinking it. And they're like, oh, what is this guy doing in here?
It's bobbing for humans. But it's like he's in there and he pops out. There's one lion. It's like, okay.
Right.
Goes back down, pops right out. There's like 3 or 4 of them just like.
This is the same guy who thinks he's the hero and goes riding around on a motorcycle.
On the motorcycle, yes.
For no reason at all. I don't understand what he's trying to do. And then he ends up back in the same place at the house.
Put it like this. Watch it. Just watch it. If you have nothing better to do, which I imagine you probably do. But if you're just curious
By the way, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Just
It's for free.
Movie.
We'll put the link in the description box, but like it literally is like it's the most uncomfortable couple of hours.
Well,
felt like a couple hours.
20 minutes, you're like, what the hell are we watching?
Yes, it feels like the most incompetent snuff film ever made.
Snuff, like we said, a snuff film made for lions.
Yeah, no, like like
Animal snuff film where the animals made it.
yeah, the animals made the snuff film. Yes, it is the most uncomfortable viewing experience I've ever had, and I don't say that like, oh, it made me like physically. I was just watching this like with the intent or with the knowledge that someone's gonna die here.
Right.
No one does, but like the fact that you're like what you're watching is just so stupid that it's like
Right.
you're on edge because someone's going to die.
Right. And I feel like there's no regard for anybody's feelings in this movie. Like, the main character leaves his friend. He's like, "Oh, just take your shirt off and wave it. Climb up in the tree and let these tigers distract them so I can get away and go find my family." And the dude has to stay up in the tree overnight with these tigers jumping at him.
Yeah, they take his jacket. Like, they take everything from that poor guy.
And then, well, I won't say everything, but at the end of the movie, it's very weird because it's like, "Oh, well, it's okay. We
Yeah.
forgive you for not telling us that there's millions of lions in your home."
Yeah, no, the whole
The wife's
thing.
just like, "Oh, you."
Yeah. No, the whole thing
It's so
is
stupid.
just very, very strange. Like, I've seen a lot of weird movies in my time, but that was all like on purpose. Like Reefer Madness, yeah, okay, but it's propaganda. It's on purpose. It's actually made, you know, to be something. This was just,
If this was a conservation movie, it was what not to do with lions.
yeah, this was like, if anybody signed any sort of legal waiver to be a part of this movie, they probably cleaned up very nicely. As far as like, oh yeah, we ensure your safety and all of that, sure. But this was like incompetent, incomprehensible on so many levels.
I'm sure some of the camera people got maimed too.
Yeah. No, it took this long to make. And I was telling my wife, who I don't know, who you don't know, because this is my wife. The movie has dropped my IQ several points. That studios, at least nowadays, and at least the Hedrons put their own money into this. So like, good for them.
They went for broke on it.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So it's like at the very least they put their own money into it, so I can applaud them on that. But movie studios don't put money into things unless somebody there believes this is gonna do something. And there's been tons of movies made with environmental messages and all of this other stuff. This was not it. This wasn't it.
Well, the funny thing is the movie poster says it's a comedy.
There's nothing funny about this. Like, not funny in the movie as they
Right.
intended it to be, but it is funny knowing everything surrounding it
Right.
and then watching it. And then you're like, okay, well, good. Nobody died. People got hurt, but they got over it.
Yeah.
And now you can watch it for what it is, which is just absolute insanity.
Right.
Yeah, because these weren't professionally trained lions. They weren't anything. These were just lions that they grew up with
Yeah.
and like raised, and then they had to bring in some other lions.
And even so, they're wild animals. I mean, just even like I did a research paper on what happened to Siegfried and Roy, and they raised those and they lived with them, the tigers, and he even got attacked. So it's like these are wild animals. You can't trust that they're not going to go back to their natural instincts.
Well, like, put it like this: people will even get attacked by like their own house cats.
Right.
Like their own house cats will swipe at them.
Yeah.
Their own dogs will bite at them, or like get a little gruff with them. You're talking about a freaking lion. Mm-hmm. Like you get swiped, you're dead. Like.
What I'm wondering about Tippi Hedren is like, did she not have enough with the birds? Or did that just get her excited? Oh, millions of birds. attack me, so let's try some lions now.
I guess. Either way, it's definitely a viewing experience.
I would have laughed if she was in a phone booth with lions coming after her.
That would have been perfect. That would have made the movie worth it. But sadly, we
Lions
got
slamming into the glass.
locker and a cabinet, I think.
Yeah.
Either way, it's definitely a viewing experience.
That's all we can say about it.
Yeah, that's it. It's in the description box. Definitely check it out. I think
You
it's
let us know what you think.
yeah. Leave a comment, please. Please leave a comment. That's so worth it. And we hope that we hope this review was satisfying for Rob, Shauna.
Yep. The word of the day is Togar.
Toga! Toga! Ah! Yeah.